What's up, YouTube? Welcome back to another video with your boy Dari Promo. Make sure you hit that like button, hit that bell, and subscribe to the YouTube channel for your boy. We finna talk about God. Same thing I was talking about yesterday, you feel me? Now I told y'all, you got your bookings. Not when somebody book you, business-wise, but you got your bookings with God himself, when he bless you. You should be writing it down or at least memorizing it to realize it's a blessing and you're blessed. Now, 2025, for me, it was a rough situation for me that popped up out the blue. And I wasn't the one, that thought of this idea, this situation that, I put myself in, but I allowed myself to be in that situation, But I noticed how everybody walked away or got quiet or disappeared when I was in trouble except for the Lord. You feel me? When I ain't had nobody to depend on, nobody to call, nobody to help, everybody went quiet, everybody disappeared. But God was still right there during trouble. And I uploaded a video yesterday. Not the day before yesterday or last week, but yesterday. I uploaded a video about God. And I was just doing, my calling. Not driven, but my calling that he called me to do. Tell y'all how good he is, you feel me? So that's what I did yesterday. But because of that, I woke up today to another blessing from him. Man, I'm telling y'all, man, God is so real. But you gotta be patient. You gotta have faith. And that's what he been showing me. That it's about having patience and having faith. And he also been showing me everybody ain't in your corner like you thought they was. So, it's kind of been a tough thing to get over because the ones you thought was in your corner, they really not. And they not allowed when you make it to the top. You feel me? They not allowed to come up there when you make it to the top. You feel me? It was already showed to you that they not your people. And it might hurt, but it is what it is. You feel me? So, this situation that I was in, remind y'all, I allowed myself in it, but I wasn't the start of it. You feel me? I ain't come up with this brilliant idea that wasn't so brilliant after all. Everybody disappeared and went blank on me. But God was right there. I'm talking about I was left with an $18,000 fee. I was in debt for $18,000. And nobody to count on. Nobody was there to help your boy. But I talked and I prayed and talked and prayed to God. And remind y'all, I did what God wanted me to do yesterday, what I felt what was on my heart. I gave y'all knowledge about God and told y'all how awesome he is. You feel me? And what he do? Turn around and give me another blessing. $18,000 debt removed. $18,950 to be exact. Forgiven. So when nobody else was there to help me, God was there. So this is my testimony. This is my testimony, y'all. I'm just sharing with y'all how awesome he is of a God, Even when nobody is there, you still got to be patient and have faith because he is there. You know how I know he there? Because he woke you up. You watching this video right now, he with you right now. You feel me? He with you right now. So, I'm just so thankful, man. So thankful. So thankful. I've been rejoicing his name, you know, and being honest with him because he already knows everything. He already know everything. But man, God has turned my life around, y'all, even more for the better, you know, so it's some stress that's taken off my shoulders now. But the ones who walked away and wasn't there when times got rough, I still feel some type of way. I'm still gonna keep my distance. I don't want to be bothered around that because that's not what I'm on. I'm trying to be something in life. I'm trying to be successful, productive, you feel me? I don't need nobody pulling me down, dragging me back, you feel me? Or stopping me from doing what God want me to do. Because God want the best for me. And I clearly see that. But I also clearly see how when you going through something, you go see who really in your corner. You go see who really got your back, who really got your best interest. And that's nobody. So that was a real life lesson for me. Nobody but God was there, you know. And he's still there after he blessed me. He's still here. But is I'm going to switch up or is I'm going to still do right and, you know, live an honest life? I'm going to do right and still live an honest life even though he blessed me. Like I told y'all, I was just facing an $18,000 debt, which I know wasn't my fault, you feel me? Because I'm business-wise. I have a whole LLC. Dari Promo does it all and everything, you know. I was a sole proprietorship back then, but now it's, you know, listed as a business, you know, so the business actually grew, you feel me? Dari Promo does it all. Like, I'm cleaning cars, I'm a custodian, I'm cleaning carpet, I'm doing this, I'm doing that, photos, pictures, and all that, you feel me? So I just don't get things, but it's crazy that I had to go through all that just to find out who really in my corner. So sometimes God will slow things up just for you to be able to realize and see who really in your corner. Because if he ain't slow things up and everything was just moving fast, I would never know. But see, that's the thing. You don't want to move fast because that's not safe. Eventually, you got to slow up. Eventually, throughout life, you have to slow up with things. Like, think about it. When you 17, you can eat how you want to eat. But when you in your 70s, you can't eat that fast. You might hurt yourself. You might hurt the body. You got to make sure you eating right. Make sure most of your food is, you know, cut down and can go down right. You feel me? So you see how life make you slow down anyways? You go have to slow down with things. Like, think about this. Think about this one right here. Everybody was once a baby, right? Or you might even know a kid that's a baby right now, right? Do that kid like to run? Of course, because it's a kid. That's what kids do. They like to run around and play, right? But guess what? When you hit the age of 60 or 70, do you see them running? No, you see them walking, probably walking slower on a walker because life eventually slows you down. When you start to slow down with life, things work out in your favor. Things get great. But you got to slow yourself down so you can speed up the process. It's okay to slow yourself down. You ain't slowing down the plan. You're just slowing yourself down so you can think right and have a clear mind right here. You get what I'm saying? That was a lot of my problems right there. Not slowing myself down or not thinking for myself. You don't ignore that of thinking for yourself. I don't care if it's your parents or if they older than you. If you know what's right, if you know what's right for you, what's best for you, go with it. Because that's what I'm doing over here. I'm starting to think for me. I'm starting to love myself more and love the ones that's in my corner. The ones who never walked away, you feel me? So like I said, 2025 has been an eye-open for me because I was dealing with a lot. I'm talking about a whole $18,000 debt, close to 19K. But God got involved with this situation when everybody got uninvolved and removed themselves, you feel me? Because we was all at the table at one point in time, whether we was at the table or it's through text messages. We was all at that table one point in time. But when things get ugly, ain't nobody at that table. And that's when life hit me and life taught me, though. It taught me for a couple months, you feel me? God had me sitting down for a few months, realizing even though I'm still working and I'm still on YouTube every day and being consistent, the things that I was going through had me, in that type of mindset. Like, I can't keep, allowing these people in my life and they not my best interest. They don't really care about me, you feel me? That's when life hit me right there, like, wow. It took all of this to see all of that, but guess what? All of that is over with now. So they played theyself. Because now Dari Promo on his way to the top. I'm still chasing my dreams, still chasing my goals, working on my credit score, man. We almost at a 600 and something, you feel me? So, like I said, we ain't rushing the process. We taking our time with it. We taking our time with life, you feel me? We ain't rushing nothing. Because I was always taught the turtle win the race, not the rabbit, you feel me? So, which one you gonna be, a turtle or you gonna be a silly rabbit? Come on now, silly rabbit. You know tricks is for kids. That's why they be running around. That's why the kids run around when they young, because they a kid. They go run around, you feel me? But as you get older, you start to slow yourself down. You start to slow your roll, you feel me? And you think before you do. That's real life, what it's all about. Thinking before you do. That'll take you far right there too. But also what could take you far is learning from somebody else's mistakes. So hopefully you was able to watch this YouTube video right here and learn from my mistakes. You feel me? I ain't really going to break down on my mistakes, but I gave y'all little snippets and little pieces. So it's enough for clarification up in this video to let y'all know everybody ain't in your corner how you think they in your corner. Because when you going through something, that's when you find out. It's only you and God that's left to figure it out. And God is an awesome God, man. He's an awesome God, bro. So if you going through something right now, you ain't got nobody in your corner, know you got him. I want you to know that. You got him. Call on him. Talk to him. Stay prayed up. Even if you got to pray 3 times, 5 times, 6 times a day, stay prayed up. Rejoice. I don't care if yesterday he just woke you up and that was the only thing God did for you was woke you up. Tell him thank you for yesterday, for waking me up, Lord. Stuff like that is what's going to take you far. Because you got to be appreciative and show that you appreciate to even receive more blessings, man. For real, YouTube. Now, I love y'all from the bottom of my heart. This is what God wanted me to do for y'all again. So I had to give y'all my testimony. Now, I'm out.